Alright. I'm sorry, Sister Argenta, but you saw it. They attacked us first. Okay, Anvil again, of course. Anvil.
A new challenge for me.
Weakness and everyday needs. Also boost. The portraits look meager. Shopkeeper. All kinds of fun, and you can tell right away who's just look crazy and killer. Runners here should look shoddy. Looking weapons built out of questionable parts.
I'll make claim to the stars.
And I'm guessing Herald. Carnival Barker.
It's about time.
Okay. Use Cogitator.
That wasn't so difficult.
Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance.
Okay. Hey, what?
Victory awaits.
Oh wait, there's their body. Numerous wounds and injuries indicate that this was particularly brutal murder. This on the victim's what? Shoulder blade. Okay. Commander's monocle and a great sword. Okay. And boys.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Really, your fatigue. Yeah. I hope there's a way for me to either sell or destroy these things. Like miscellaneous stuff. Because it will be a pain in my butt if I have to lug around with so many, well, miscellaneous parts, I guess you could say. Over here? Wait, what's over here? Oh, big statue. Seem pretty sure. The sight of its country here would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimly covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing, and the rest are coated with dust. Respirator let out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated, requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." Sure. After a series of creaks and groans, the Cogitator dusty screen lit up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omniscient. The machine spirit of this Cogitator is aggravated but willing to serve. Accompanied by a crackling of binary prayer, Pascal Mechadendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back in its place. Next section, welcome. A screen flickered a few times before revealing to the world a text in low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Football Station, Conquerors of the Stars, builder of outposts, the noble rogue trader Premier Devin, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This Cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus, so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list and sections and choose what you wish to know. Brothers browse. Persimus Dewayne? I never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Persimus was, he sure thought big. Lord Captain Persimus Dewayne, one of the trailblazers of the Coronis Expanse, and this station's founder. I read about his great deeds. Lord Dewayne was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but by his will later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Coronis Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Primus eventually died of old age. His enemy instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Please for herself not slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. About Footfall? Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Persimus Dewayne as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Persimus design has yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Coronis Expanse, a foothold for future conquest by the Imperium and the noble Persimus Dewayne, who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator's wheeze and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Attempts an emergency repair. Cogitator whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures on Footfall was a colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of the sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is the center of the Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center of the heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, their surfaces serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples, and their inner tunnels as homes for the commoners and rabbles. Let's choose this. Gundam flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Persimus Dewayne intends to conquer the Coronis Expanse and build the most grandiose structure which will shine through the ages, raising the names of his creator and his descendants. Footfall. The palace in the stars, the glory of the great Persimus deeds, will live on throughout the ages, and his grand designs, the cogitator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus through its cracks. The cogitator hisses for a while, and then the screen flickers and once more shows the words, "The great Persimus Dewayne intends to conquer." Pascal Voxus wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its functions no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for its maintenance are marked for several penance. Okay. Well, that's a good introduction, I guess. What was this?
I did fine.
That shall undoubtedly depict the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. How does he look like? Of course, just a standard asset.
It's about
Hello? Where are you guys going? Okay. Have you seen an acolyte? Oh, you're here.
victory awaits.
There's supposed to be something around here. There we go.
Successful.
Like pretty flowers overgrown with weeds, the halls of Footfall Former's palace and temples has been overrun by shabby houses and the present day inhabitants. Okay.
Lesson learned.
Duty prevails.
Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
goods. Alright. Oh, drinks. What? Crispy maggot. A low hum in the voice quiets and a dozen gaze shifts to you. The tall man with the shaved head is rubbing his hands together nervously, and opulent clothes are nearly bustling at the seams of his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he tries to pull on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be. He glances at the scroll of his mechanical hand implant. Mistress Cordelio? All the guests have arrived. You're the last on the list, and we couldn't well start without you. Your presence is absolutely vital. No? He rubs his hand together. But Valencius, you're not on the list, but that hardly matters. All doors on footfalls are open to representatives of Lady Theodora. Please, come right in. Chaplain is about to begin. Now that is the last attendee, Aurelio. What? Underworld? You catch sight of something odd. Before stepping away, man gestures slowly to a nearby servitor. Giving it some kind of command, the servitor quickly removes the bottle of MSAG and glasses set up for attendees' hands. Okay. Look around. The gathering that you found yourself seemed to refine and respectable at first glance. The decorations on the attendees' clothes speaks of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the League's residence, but you notice that most of the gathered here are rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests looks like they're recovering at the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Let's leave. Yep. Something bad is here. I can tell. Okay, you know what? Enough dilly-dallying. With the mishmash of device and cables, you notice the equipment of totally different eras, some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. Let's go speak to the man himself. Come on, Nago. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be more made of nothing but skin and bones fix his unbreaking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unheraldly gauntness. In a cracked voice, says, "The Emperor protects my daughter." The Emperor protects, Father? But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them, my daughter? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride and most degenerate. And you must be the young Valencius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodore encumbered with it many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? You say Theodore was a transgressor? A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broken taboos, and violated dogmas. And again, so does nearly all rogue traders. Rogue traders are the Emperor's anointed. I act at his command, as evidenced by his signature on my warrant. And did he grant it to you personally? The Emperor has entrusted his servants with the future of humanity, but people are too weak and flawed to prove themselves worthy of his trust. Only suffering can cleanse us, but we fear it and thus remain sullied. Let's do this. Okay, he gives you a scrutinizing look, then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as diligent, for the sector will seize any chance to test your faith. He looks at Artisan, who stands nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend. Let it be known that that Theodora from Valencia's ship was attacked by the servants of the arch enemy, who pierced at the heart of who appalled the heart of any righteous soul, she says, nearly hissing with fury, and not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, the blasphemous words clearly pointed to their attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader crew and help protect the Valencia Society from the forces of chaos. I'm devising myself for the responsibility of guarding the Footfall Reliquary. Since I stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance. Yeah, sure. Not in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall Reliquary will be preserved with and without your contribution, as it was in all these years preceding your arrival. Smile sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. Before you start on a path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most possessed people on Footfall. They brought me troubling news from false shadow quarters. In the darkest corners where the liege wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. The Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the arch-enemy is a rarity. The cultist who now dwells in the shadow quarters marks their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and performs strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. When do you go to the Liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing through the Liege. Hieronymus frowns. The dam is weak and riddled with worms on the inside. He seeks to please his Casablanca masters. Casbalika masters, and those peddlers of the relic of the unholy Xenos. I came across heresy surprisingly often these days. Indeed, my daughter, dark times are upon us, and wretched souls grew ever more eager to embrace heresy, both on Footfall and elsewhere. Its foul buds are coming into bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many planets. There are whispers of wicked things taking place on Kiavagama, and just recently a transport ship by the name of Navika, teeming refugees, arrived on Footfall from the Winter Scales realm. Their word was stricken with blasphemous sedition, and such was its severity that they had to flee to save themselves. The Liege refused to accept them, and so they headed for Foulstone, a desolate cloister of the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in this den of violence. We will verify the rumors. With great pleasure, Argenta puts a hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble doggo, is there any more you wish to ask me about? I have a question about faith. My sermons planted the seed of faith in the hearts of other rogue traders once. In Candia Corda, perhaps you are destined to become my second fledgling. What's the problem with worship the Emperor servants? Who are they? Tell me about the rogue trader. Have you heard of Aspisi Corda? Pirate, blasphemer, xenophile, and Ereginous apostate? Incendia is her heir, and a rarity among rogue traders, the protection of the holy warrant typically leads to swift atrophy of conscience and pious dread, but not in Incendia's case. She restlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands, and bringing rebelling colonies to repentance, establishing strict discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. The colonies she punishes are gridded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to the survivors. As her personal companion and guide, I find it no end to the joy her triumphs in faith brings to me. Let's go with this. He chuckles. What good are her riches to us? Faith gave us all we need. It is she who is indebted to us. It was a Drusian expedition that discovered the crypto vault in which Augustina has imprisoned her. If it hadn't been for us, she would have been resting there still in her frozen slumber. Oh, she was frozen once and then the Drusians found her and then... Oh, okay. These things... Nah. What are you doing in Footfall? What am I doing in this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Cronus Expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass in Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material, tools, equipments, even garments and simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. I bear another darker duty. The Expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you, on your travels, come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more gracious. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. Sure. Let's see what you can give me. Med kits, really? Machine right sets. What the? Oh, whatever. Let's give you some heretical trophies. Okay. Kit, miscellaneous, uniform kits. How much are these uniform kits? What is it? Jewelry, provisions, miscellaneous, ship compartments. Kit, holy gifts. Okay. Trophies, miscellaneous, ship compartments, armor kits, miscellaneous. Okay. Now, yep, I cannot give you anything. Well, at the very least, I unlocked the second tier, I believe. Yeah, at this point. Imperial Scroll. Ooh, okay. Oh, whatever. Okay. Get it here. knuckle dusters. Ooh. Okay, let's just go and well, let's see what this is all about.
Follow my lead.
Ooh. Signet ring. Okay.
A new challenge for me.
This entire place looks just outright weird. Oh. Oh, what the hell is this? Fresh wound, eh?
Victory awaits.
Before levels of structure between new support and resembling scaffolding, it seems the new concept of interior design was started before the previous one could be implemented.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Yeah, I have a feeling I have a feeling if I attend this thing, I will be, in a bind. So good for me. Gunsmith Guild? Hey!
None shall stand in my way.
Okay. Members is everywhere. Yeah. Many altars look better tended than most of the place in Footfall. The heart of Footfall is a colossal statue of the Emperor carved from a single asteroid. Yeah. Okay. Everything. Let's go meet the big man himself.
Victory awaits!
Okay, enough. Let me save first.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium. Field medicine at its finest.
Damn it.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Thank you. Now where were we?
You. Now. I got a signet ring. Persuasion, eh? Who has persuasion? Well, practically you, so you get the ring. Yep. Okay. What now? Madame. There we go. Oh. My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. The helmet in austere gray clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Vladam. Holy hell, that's a tongue twister. What has he put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an Imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you let out an astonished, ostentatious sigh. Then her tone changed dramatically. Where's my cargo, Valdam? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friend these days? So you remember. Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hey Dari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and stays in a lower voice. Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amexicus and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out of the door. You won't get a chance. You won't get the chance next time. Okay. First an insult, now threats? I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, and immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. The tall man who has long since noticed your presence is studying you intently. But damn Tokara, Liege of Footfall, let us please proceed to my office, and a spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Sure. Please follow me. While you're engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Tokara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gesture curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. The dam straightens in his chair and say in a polite but completely indifferent tone, "Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate." Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance the dynasty will recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It is impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis, and people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who's the wardens throughout? I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters, impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who has nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Envers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser with shouts, go on, not a commander. Sooner or later, we'll find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' fervor. Okay, behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that the man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I would like to know about the Embers gang. Squinting his teeth slightly before answering, I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the situation is hit by famine. I haven't got around to the Embers yet. Be detrimental as they are no players. When their leaders die, the rest will scatter. I'm sorry for the loss of your assistance. What? Your words seems to perplex him at the moment, but his face remains cold. Oh yes. Oh that, yes. Her death was a regrettable development. Who was the woman you threw out? The expression hardens and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, she still call her Jay Hidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It is strange, a small-time hustler, even a particular audacious one, wouldn't likely to quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Leech of Footfall. What seems stranger is that the Leech knows this small fry by name. She is irrelevant, since I'm the one in control of the station on Footfall, and can speak on behalf of all its noteworthy residents. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperial forces in the Coronex Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, there's not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. For several of the worlds hit by Xeno attacks, we receive reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes who are operating in the Coronex Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Has there been any Xenos attack on Footfall? No, they have. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower of our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's custom officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. The damn priest is gauging your reactions. I do not approve of fear of Xenotech. But my selection is good. So later discourse focus about him. I must know and understand the enemy. Yeah, I go with this. I'm convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I will see that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. Okay, what do you want from me? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted route and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixus sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have been dived into the maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The visit we have from the other side have also been suspiciously few in number. The last ship that came through the maw was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. You heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the maws would become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronex Expanse from the Imperium. Okay. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House of Valancius would assist us by signing a contract of food deliveries. 2010. I can't be the only one you ask for help. Naturally, I tried contracting other rogue traders, but in the terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Calicos Winterscale, instead of food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, back with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations might have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. So I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. So... yeah. Listen with a stony expressions, you are very perceptive. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere. So what are the terms? It is simple. Deliver the food shipments from your fertile worlds, Janus I imagine. I'm quite familiar with the Jewel of the Valencia's protector in exchange for a fair payment. This memo will be unfair as I will be robbing you blind. Sure. Takes a quick sip from his glass. I immensely oblige, your ladyship. I assume you're going to need to get the shipments up and running. I can't wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors. What's up with the Shadow Quarters? Oh, that. He grimaced. Who knows? It could be an actual epidemic, or perhaps the two families that started it all just came down with food poisoning at the same time. We're on a space station. The best solution here is to isolate the area and wait for the problem to resolve itself. Yeah, did this. Yes, he did. And what a senseless decision it was. There are more reliable ways of disinfecting the area without having to lose a whole asteroid. That maneuver of his destabilized the station's integrity, and the consequences of that were still being felt up until I became liege. When I enter office, I have to negotiate with the tech priest to make necessary repairs, and it cost me a preposterous amount of money and resources. I wish to help the people in the quarantine zone. I can't bar you from doing so, but I can't help but note there is not the wisest course of actions. With all due respect, your leadership. Why does one to make a few deals here on the station? Here I'm the main dealer of the station, and it would be disrespectful for me to suggest that you take your business to footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. Of example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, the servant of the Ecclesiarchy, is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders doesn't seem to keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octavian at the establishment called Adeptus Amicis. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common footfall rabble, not disconcerting clientele. Let's get down to business. So you're the Casablanca dude. Okay. Let's just get you everything I can from you. Extractums. Okay.
The sooner we start.
We must act!
Okay.
A new challenge!
I believe that's pretty much it. Yep. This is pretty much it. Viserion Corda, a well-groomed young man, calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, and a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble lady, a minute of your time, if you please. I'm Bastian in the Rama Bastal Corda, young cousin of House Corda, envoy of Incendia Bastal Corda, rogue trader of the Coalition expands by the grace of the most holy emperor, and you must be an envoy of the Theodora von Valencius. I noticed that you arrived on the on the esteemed lady ship. Corda. There are some of the most influential rogue traders in the coordinate expanse, but not on Footfall. This station is under control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer. Okay. Quite right. Splendid. It is a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flushed on the presence of the powers that be. Okay. What do you want to speak to me about? A matter of utmost delicacy, you see. You've been to the residence of the Liege. Vladam almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Valencia's protector is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Korda dynasty pursues its own interests on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling, I imagine, in hopes to getting a better offer from you. The Korda dynasty believes, Bastion smiles and gives a slight shrug, that cooperation would be preferable to both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladam, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Korda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contracts, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less about divvying up profits among themselves. But quietly enough, is not to disrupt the negotiations, especially when the well-being of the Imperial worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastion, teal shadows swirls. Others may not see them, but you worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless? Or the wrath of House of Valencius? Nina, who is yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches and clenches her face, her fingernails digging into her skin. They're coming again, brothers of the ones who come before. I just don't get it. What, do they all have a death wish? My business with the Liege is my own. It's not a concern of House Korda. Nah. Strong words, but you would like to give me a proposal a little more consideration? I just smiles and opens mouth for another piece of sugar currency when suddenly... Left to the off-worlders, their Emperor's rule Footfall. Oh. Get help.
Take a knee and bow before me.
How many am I dealing with? Ooh, if I could get them all into... Okay, Cassia. Where can you hide? Here, just... Cassia. You hide here. You hide here. Oh crap. Okay, sure. Why not? Lord. Just stay over here. Yeah, I will already stay over here. Right? What? Guard, you're dead. Okay. Die! Two dead Lenny. Okay. Wait, what? Emperor Thug. This?
Nothing escapes the Emperor's judgment.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Alright. Okay.
Don't frighten me.
Dude, how many of you guys are around?
I know what is to come. But of course, what an unfortunate turn of fate.
Okay, switch to this. Okay, foreshadowing passive.
Anything else?
Yeah, having her stand here and then just blast them all would be a smart idea. Okay. Now, come over here.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
And then do this.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Now your plan
Beautiful. Okay, what can I do?
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Okay, come over, see here. Number specialist, number thug, do that lady. You are a melee dude. So just come
I
over
will
here.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Let's just reduce their numbers now, for now.
I'll do it.
Beautiful.
Each strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
Damn it. Beautiful. Last round, go to
As
you.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay,
I'll do it.
just reload.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Okay, now I only have to deal with you. You know what? Sure.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. Let's see, shoot you.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. Okie dokie. You also good. Frenzy. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, good. Ow.
How dare you!
Pascal, you come over here. Yep. And then please shoot him. Beautiful. Now, buff everybody's weapons, please. Yeah.
Running binary code line.
Okay, so Twice Dead Lady is the only one left.
Victory is imminent.
Okay, what are you gonna do, guard? Ah, crap, really? Just come over. Okay, one more dude. Plus Lenny, what are you gonna do? Okay.
I am his will made manifest.
Whoa, 13. Fired up. Okay. So just come over
God
here.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Really? 4? Let's do
I'll
this.
do it.
Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Okay, Idra, you come over here.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
You can't do jack. You just come over here.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Pascal, come over here.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
You. 19, eh? Really? Oh, just come over here. You're gonna get killed.
My tactics are flawless.
Eh, why not?
All too easy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, at the very least they're my meat shields. So that's good. Ow.
Jesus, I'm enraged.
Can you please kill her? 75, huh? Okay. No. Okay, you come over here.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Each
Beautiful.
strike is a prayer.
Okay. All specs, this body provide better awareness of the surroundings. Okay. Second 2, watch your back. Make sure you're not followed. Bunch of axes, flak, scrumpy autoguns, the sniper rifle, sure. Vessel or an armored body glove. Okay. Also, look at this kill by the Empress, searching for evidence. Big glove, last pistol, okay.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Whoa. Casing chest plates. Chain swords. Okay. Is that it? Oh wait.
It's about time.
And here, people, is where I'm gonna leave it off because, well, it's actually quite late for me. So, thank you all very much for watching. I mean, what can I say? It's starting to get very interesting, especially with Kasbalika and the preacher dude get thrown into the ring. Things are, how can you say this? Starting to get political. But with that being said, Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys and gals next time. Ciao.